If you are using Google Classroom for your online learning platform, you should also take advantage of the Google apps that are available with your Google account. You can access most of these Google apps using your app launcher. The app launcher is this little 3x3 grid that you will find next to your account icon. If you click on that, you can see many of the Google apps that are available for you to use. This video will show you how to use Google Slides to make and share presentations. So you want to begin by clicking on the Slides icon. You will get a page that looks like this. You will see all of your previous Google Slide presentations listed here, and you can also choose from some of the templates that are available, or you can choose a blank presentation. So up here in the left-hand corner, you'll see Untitled Presentation. If you click on that, you can add a title. You then have the option of choosing one of the themes that you see over here on the right-hand side. Let's say you choose this theme. Now there are some slight adjustments you can make to your theme. You can change some of the background color. So it only allows me to change the yellow color here, but I could change that to a different shade of blue. And I could also choose an image for my background. And if I do make changes, I might want to add that to the theme so I don't need to repeat this process on every slide. So I'm going to add that change to my theme and then click Done. Now I can close this theme box over here. This area here is called your ribbon, and it shows the menu and the tools that you can use to create your presentation. Depending on what you have selected, different tools will show up on your ribbon. So if I click this text box, I now see text tools that I can use, such as alignment, using bullets, indentation, text color, font style, font size, bold, italicized, underlined. So I am going to change my font, and you can come in here and you can choose from one of these fonts here. You can also select more fonts here, and you can choose from those fonts as well. So let me choose a font that kind of stands out here. So I'll choose this lobster font and click OK. Let me type in a title, and you can see that lobster style there. Now if I want to change the color of that text, I will want to select it. I could change the size here. I could also change the text color here. So here's most of my choices for text color. I could also say custom text color, and here I could use a hex number, or I could choose a range of colors and then pick the color that I want from there. Now one other option here is possibly filling in this text box with some color. So this is a box that I have selected, a text box, and I can use this tool called the Fill Color tool. And when I select that, I could change the background of my text box. For example, I could choose yellow, or I could use a gradient color, and they have some preset gradients here, or you could add a custom gradient. Here you could choose your pattern to be linear or radial, and you can change the angle. But let me show you how this works. Let me add a color. I'll begin by adding maybe a purplish color. And since it is linear, it is showing at this angle, but if I change the angle, it's going to change the angle of that line right there. I could add an additional color. So let's say I also want this teal color, And you can see how that begins to look. I can make some adjustments over here depending on which part of my color I want to show more of. And then I could choose to see how radial looks. It's centered. I could change those orientations there. You can remove colors. Let me go back to linear. And you can also change the direction here of your lines. I'm going to keep it at 90 degrees and click OK. And then you can see how that makes my title look different. I will change this back to a dark color so it stands out. You of course could add a subtitle. You could move this around. To move boxes around, you want to select it, and then you can drag that around. Sometimes if you're not able to move something around, notice that my cursor changes, and when it is this shape with kind of 4 different arrows pointing in different directions, that will also allow you to click and drag on something to move it. This little circle right here allows you to kind of rotate an object. And when you are ready to add a new slide, so to do that, you can use this little drop down menu right here, and this will give you the option of some different layouts. You could choose a title slide, one with section header only, one with title only, and so forth. You can choose one that's just a blank slide. So I'm going to choose the title only, and then I want to show you how you can import pictures. So I'm going to use the insert menu, and I'm going to insert image. You can choose to upload the image from your computer. You can search the web. You could search your Google Drive or your Google Photos. If you have the image's URL, you could use that. You could also take a picture with your webcam. So I'm going to use the search from the web option, and a little Google search box will open over here, and I can search for an image. Let's say I want an image of a cow, and I want it to have a transparent background. I could say cow with transparent background. Also, I could ask for the format that is typically transparent, which is PNG. Now here, I can look through and see if any of these images will work for me. I will select that one. Once I click on it, and it has a little checkbox, I can click Insert, and it will insert it over here. Now I like to use images with transparent backgrounds because then you don't have that white box in the background, and I think they look better. So you can again move your image around. You could change the size of your image. If you wanted your image facing the other direction, you could click and drag one of these handles, the right or left handle, to the opposite side, and then it would be facing the opposite side. Let me add in another image so I can show you how you can also mask your image with a shape. So I'm going to insert an image again from the web. This time I'm going to look up a barn, and let's just choose this image right here. Now I could crop this image if I needed to using the crop tool right here. But you can also use this little drop down menu right next to the crop tool to mask your image with a shape. So I am going to select that and select shapes. And then if I want to give this image a shape, I could give it a shape. Let me choose one that you can easily tell. So I have a shape like this. Now I could also give that shape a border. Over here I have the border weight, so I could make it a little thicker border. Then I could use border color to give the border a color. Now if I wanted to put my cow on top of this image, notice that right now it falls behind that image. I could right click on that image, go to Order, and say bring that to the front. Now that is in the front, and I could place it right there. And I could have those two images together.